Hey everyone, it's Jeremy McDonald, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened last decade with the housing crisis and the bubble that happened in the market, and really some of the main factors that contributed to that. So, back in 2003, I got into the mortgage industry being 22 years old and absolutely just blown away at how easy it was to purchase a home. No income, no assets, stated income, stated assets, all kinds of crazy loans that no longer exist. And the thing that was so wild about those loans is you could tell me how much money you make, and that's what we would use to qualify for you, and you could still do 100% financing. So I remember there was a company that we worked with that allowed you to have a 580 credit score, do 100% financing without us verifying your income. All you had to do was tell us how much you made. That's insane. And that's the main reason why there was a bubble in the market, because you had so many people purchasing a home that quite frankly had no business buying a home. Definitely not one as expensive as they were buying. You also had a lot of people that were buying rental properties without putting any money down, having bad credit, and that was a recipe for disaster. So I want to show you this clip from The Big Short, which is an amazing movie and very accurate to how the market was back then and what caused it collapsing. So in this scene right here, really there's not great words for it, but I want to go ahead and show it to you. So here you go.
To talk to my wife.
This market will last.
Actually, could I talk to a mortgage broker? Anybody you recommend? Anybody you like?
Yes, there's someone for searching.
Yeah, bitch better like me. Send her ass to Cabo. So is Morgan Stanley recruiting us? Is that?
Well, no. No. The bank owns our hedge fund, but we're not really a part of it. We invest in financial service companies, and we're trying to understand the residential mortgage business.
How many loans do you write each month?
About 60.
What was it 4 years ago?
10, maybe 15.
Yeah, I was a bartender. Now I own a boat.
You own a boat. So how many of these are adjustable rate mortgages?
Well, most.
Yeah, I'd say about 90%. The bonuses on those skyrocketed a few years ago. Adjustables are bread and honey, so do applicants ever get rejected? Seriously? Look, if they get rejected, I suck at my job. Well, even if they have no money. Well, my firm offers ninja loans. Okay? No income, no job. I just leave the income section blank if I want. Corporate doesn't care. These people just want homes, and then they go with the flow. Good for you.
Your companies don't verify.
If I write a loan on Friday afternoon, big bank is going to buy it by Monday lunch.
Yeah, same here.
Could you hold on a second? I don't get it. Why are they confessing?
They're not confessing.
They're bragging.
Do people have any idea what they are buying?
I focus on the immigrants. Once they find out they're getting a home, they sign where you tell them to sign. Don't ask questions. Don't understand the rates.
Like it is.
Yeah.
And you target immigrants too.
Their credit actually isn't bad enough for him. Look, I'm a yield guy. Okay. I make $2,000 on a fixed rate prime, right? But I can make $10,000 on a subprime adjustment. Trust me, I'm not driving a 7 Series without strippers. No one on the pole has good credit, and they're all cash rich.
I think I read Warren Buffett say something like that. Right.
Who's Warren Buffett?
Okay, so strippers like exotic dancers.
Yeah. Nude, topless.
Strippers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can you introduce us?
Yes.
Wasn't that absolutely insane what was going on back then? In 2004, 5, and 6, each year over $1 trillion per year. So in 3 years, over $3 trillion of homes were purchased with subprime mortgages, such as the Ninja, the No Income Job or Assets Loans program. And these weren't good credit scores. This wasn't someone that had a 740 credit score that was putting down 20%. No, this was people with a 620 and below who didn't put anything down at all. So $1 trillion per year of mortgages that ended up becoming very toxic because they should have never qualified for them in the first place. And you had a lot of people that were buying multiple properties. So that in itself drove up the value of homes and affordability. And keep in mind, interest rates back then, they weren't in the threes, they weren't in the fours. Very few of them were even in the fives. You had a lot of interest rates in the 6 and 7%, a lot of adjustable rate mortgages. I mean, adjustable rate mortgages were the number one mortgages that were being done, not fixed rate mortgages. Take from me personally, I haven't done a adjustable rate mortgage since the mid 2000s. That's how long ago it's been. And there's very few and far between situations where that makes sense. Also, factor in the loan programs that allowed you to go to 120% of the appraised value of your home, which let's just think about that. That's insane. So, if your home was worth $200,000, you could take equity of your home out to $240,000. I mean, sorry, that is insane that you could take out a loan and pull equity out of your home that you did not even have. So that's how a lot of people ended up being upside down on their mortgage. I also remember back then different people that would come back to me every single year to do a new cash out refinance every single year, taking more and more money out. And each time they did, I'm like, wow, you got $30,000 more credit card debt. Oh, no big deal. We're just going to refinance it and pay it off. That was the mindset of people, and that's not the mindset today. If you look at the graph that was earlier, it showed you that over 30%, almost up to 40% of the mortgages that were being originated in the 2000s were subprime mortgages with credit scores under a 620. Today, credit scores under 620 make up less than 10% of all homes that are purchased. So it's a lot different today than it was back then. So we don't have a bunch of toxic mortgages. We don't have a bunch of people that cashed out more equity than what they even have in their home. It's a completely different scenario now than it was back then. So there's really no comparison at all to what happened, then and what is happening now. Now we also have an issue with not having enough homes on the market to meet the demand of people that's out there. But the biggest thing is that if you're getting a home today, you're really qualified. Your income is being verified, your assets are being verified, the debt ratios are capped. You're not getting into an interest only mortgage or an adjustable rate mortgage. And if you're trying to cash out equity on your home, you're limited to 80% of the appraised value of your home unless you're a veteran. And nobody's going to allow you to go over the appraised value of your home. So it's much, much different today than it was back then. Back then was the Wild West. Today's not the Wild West. So I hope that this has been informational and educating to you. I definitely encourage you to watch The Big Short. It's a great movie. It's very sad, very interesting, and unfortunately, greed, forces or not forces, but drives and motivates a lot of people to do bad things. And that's really what happened back then. There was just so much greed. So it's definitely a lesson that banks and mortgage lenders and companies learned. One that they're not repeating because there's no programs out there that are remotely comparable to the stuff back then. And you don't have people going out and buying 4 and 5 rental properties and not putting down a single penny. It's completely different today. So I hope that this has, kind of shown you what the difference was, why we got to where we did, and that it can give you some peace of mind moving forward that if you're looking to purchase a home or you have a home now, that there's no need for you to have fear. Values are not going to go down. Let me repeat that. Values are not going to go down. What will happen is values will continue to go up. Are they going to continue to go up 20% per year? No, definitely not. That will calm down. But if it goes up 20% this year, 10% the next year, and 5% the year after that, and then stays in that 4.5 to 5% per year range, that's a normal market, they're going to continue to get more expensive. So, if you're thinking that you're waiting for a foreclosure, good luck. You're gonna be like the meme with the skeleton on a park bench because you're gonna wait forever. If you think interest rates are going to go down, barring World War III, which I'm sure some of you do believe is going to happen, um, there's no way that that's going to happen. We are coming off the lowest rates in the history of mankind. Rates are still low, but they are going up every single day. I kid you not with that. The Fed is going to raise the rates, the Fed funding rate, multiple times this year. So it will continue to get more expensive. But the difference is that people that buy homes now are qualified to buy homes. Back in the 2000s, people were not qualified. So it's a very, very different time. So I hope this has been educational. I hope you have an amazing day. If you have any questions or want to talk to me about, purchasing a home, getting pre-approved, or refinancing, I would love to speak with you. So please feel free to reach out and have an amazing day.